Hi, this is Jazz Obrecht, and welcome to my Talking Guitar podcast, featuring the third tape of my Marathon 1980 interview with Eddie Van Halen. If you haven't already heard them, check out the first 2 hours, which are already posted on YouTube. A bit of background. Just before the Tape 3 segment of our interview begins, Eddie played me a song called Could This Be Magic from Van Halen's upcoming album, Women and Children First. Eddie mentions that this is the first time he ever attempted to play slide. He then talks about his favorite tracks on the album and how Van Halen albums have been doing in the charts. He explains why there is no guitar solo on Women and Children First and how he hopes to play something classical as his next recorded guitar solo. He reveals that he's been listening to a lot of classical music, especially Bach and Debussy, and laments that too many guitarists play what's already been played. This interview took place in Neil Lozauer's photo studio in Hollywood, and Neil joins in from time to time, especially when we're shooting the breeze about other guitarists such as Randy Hansen, Ritchie Blackmore, Rick Nielsen, Ronnie Montrose, Jeff Beck, Leslie West, and several others. In other highlights, Eddie speculates about what he'd do if he ever goes solo, and in one of my favorite parts, he confesses that he and Alex, who were still living together at that time, duke it out all the time. He makes the case that rock and roll magazines hate Van Halen and says he does not like doing interviews. He then talks at length about his guitar collection and offers advice for those who want to build their own guitars. At various points in Tape 3, Eddie plays his unplugged Frankenstrat. A final note. This podcast is shorter than the ones for tapes 1 and 2. This is due to Eddie's having spent about 25 minutes popping in cassettes and playing me finished tracks from Women and Children First. This section has been edited out for copyright reasons and because the songs can be heard in far better fidelity on the actual CD and vinyl releases of that album. Okay, here's Tape 3. I hope you enjoy it.
That's going to surprise people. That's a hit song.
Yeah.
That's going to surprise people.
We were going to call this Women and Children First. Then every DJ would play this as the main cut.
Yeah.
We didn't want that.
Yeah.
So, but it ties in.
What a hit change of pace. It almost sounds Hawaiian.
Yeah, it does. It almost sounds like Andy Griffith on the front porch.
Yeah.
And Hawaiian. We wanted to get a horse or a cow going. Ooh. At the end. Like it?
Yeah, I do. Definitely a different band.
No, it is different, but it still is raw as everything else. I'm telling you, everything on this first tape. And I never in my fucking life even played slide before. I go, come on, you can do it. Going, okay, I'll do my best.
Whose idea was it?
The band. I'm going, no, let me practice. They go, fuck you.
You did it in the studio? Someone just
They just handed me a fucking guitar and a slide to play.
I pulled it off decent, you know.
It sounds good, man.
I mean, that's the way we wanted it to
And
feel.
people like it like that. They don't want everything perfect.
Yeah,
Like Boston.
yeah, but still, it's like I'm coming out and I'm doing something that I haven't done, and I'd like to do it good, you know.
Sounded all right to me.
My favorites are Cradle of Rock, Romeo's Delight, Simple Rhyme, Could This Be Magic, and Everybody Wants Them. So that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 songs.
You got a good album, man.
I wish I had a rough tape because that song Red Zone, we did it. You know, it sounded hot on the
Red Zone?
Red Zone on the tape, but
It's not going on the album?
no, we decided not to. We did Simple Rhyme instead of it. Don't even mention it though.
Yeah, I won't.
So what do you think?
Goddamn. For another year, I'll look at the charts and there'll be Van Halen's name again.
What did the last album go
Good
to?
album.
8 or 7?
I mean,
Thank you.
What was the last album? 8 or 7 that made it on the charts?
No, I made it to 4.
Did it make
Yeah,
it?
made it
stayed
to
in
number 4.
for a fuck of a long.
Yeah.
And that first one came back in, I noticed.
Yeah, it left.
Yeah.
And it's been you know, that's what I think so funky, because now it's re-entered it for a few weeks or something, but it's actually been on for like 105 weeks.
Yeah.
It left at 103 and then came back, you know, first entry, first week again.
But you know what blew me away? Last time I looked at a chart, which was 2 months ago, I was looking at Van Halen. I noticed Van Halen 1 was higher up the charts than Van Halen 2.
Yeah.
Van Halen 1 sold more, didn't it?
Just because it's the year ahead.
Yeah.
Van Halen's triple platinum, Van Halen 2's double platinum. Give
Yeah.
it another year and it'll be the same.
This one's shipping platinum, isn't it?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Where's my money?
Yeah, really. This guy doesn't even have a dollar in his wallet, I bet.
I hear that all the time. All the time. Yeah, they give me $20 a day. I mean, we're the 5 best rock bands in the world. I get $20
I
a
wish I
day.
had another fucking tape. I'd love to play that one song. So we played a couple songs that aren't on the record.
No instrumentals on this one?
No. See, you know, everybody's going, you can do another guitar solo. You know. What the fuck for? I mean, maybe later on I'll do, you know, if I really figure out something with the finger thing that's just totally different. Because I actually, like the first album, Eruption, was the first one.
Yeah.
And then the second one I did it on a flamenco style,
Mhm.
but it was still the same type of thing. And what could I do this time,
Yeah.
you know? So I didn't want to just do it for the sake of doing another solo.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna wait until I really do something good.
On your next album, do a bottleneck 12-string piece. I don't play
Yeah,
every
but I'd
piece.
like to do a real, you know, like some. They turn out the fucking something that sounds real classical.
Mhm.
You know, something like a. You know, and then
Done on an electric?
yeah, or acoustic. You know, some Bach stuff, or I've been listening
that
to,
would be nice.
I've been listening to a lot of classical music.
You do?
Yeah, Debussy, or whatever his name
Yeah.
is. God damn, that motherfucker wrote some hot shit.
Hmm.
Is that new guitar in?
Yeah, haven't painted it yet.
Do you listen to classical guitar music at all?
Never.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
I mean, not because I don't like it, but it's.
It's
You
just
know.
that not that many guys getting original sounds and shit. You know, taking the instrument beyond what it should be.
Exactly. They do.
They only come along once in a great while. You can look at them.
They've only done what's been done.
Yeah.
You know. They look at it as a guitar as that's all it's for.
Yeah.
You know. They don't even go beyond to think. I'm like some of the fucking weird noises I make. They don't know how I do it.
Yeah.
But it's just a fucking guitar.
Yeah.
Just just do anything to it.
Yeah.
And I could drop the guitar and get a fucking noise out of it. You know. When the guitar is not designed for one purpose.
Yeah.
You can do anything with it.
Yeah.
I'll do my damnedest to squeeze every fucking noise out of this thing I can.
Yeah. Do you ever do stuff like tap on the back of the neck with a ring, or like Randy Hansen does? That sounds really
Yeah,
good when
that's
he
pretty
does it
cool.
sometimes. Yeah. Or if you use a ring, or if you do it different places.
Yeah, I
like
do
that.
sometimes, you know. But you know, Randy Hansen's hot.
Yeah.
I know him real well. He was a good
Yeah.
friend.
Yeah, I like
But
him too.
I feel sorry for the guy for the fact that he's not original.
Well, you know, I got a press release saying he's coming out with his original act at the end of the
I
month.
hope
He's
I
gonna
hope to
open
God
for
he
Waldorf.
does, because he blew away Blackmore.
I know. I saw him when he opened for Blackmore the first
Yeah.
time at Oakland. I was standing with Blackmore when he watched Hanson.
But he looked pale as a motherfucker. Clammy hand, shook my hand, says, "You're great."
You know, I have a feeling that he must be imbibing the wrong sort of things.
Doing what?
taking the wrong kind of stuff, just from the way he looks and acts.
Drugs, you mean?
Yeah.
Richie?
Think so?
Yeah.
I'll tell you something. I always used to think Richie was really heavily into drugs, but I think the guy's pretty clean, to tell you the truth. I don't really think.
I think so too. I think he's into meditating and doing
And
that
he's
kind
into a
of
lot
shit.
of medieval and
Yeah.
Renaissance trip,
Yeah.
very heavily. I don't
Like
think
he
the guy
has-
takes any drugs.
He has his
anymore.
own. He has his own dressing room where he sits there for half an hour before he goes on, and just like meditates or does whatever the fuck he was like, circle jerk or something. I don't know.
He's just a very strange guy. I guess he likes his privacy.
Let's see, but now because I am established, he would at least talk to me. One word, hi. Roger Glover is the nicest guy, bass player.
Yeah.
He used to be in Purple.
Yeah.
I talked with him for hours. Rick Nielsen too,
I
Just-
like Nielsen. I get along with that.
There's two type
He's
of
the guy
people.
next door.
So am I.
Yeah.
There's two type of people, man. The guy next door and assholes. And the assholes are Tom Schultz, Derringer, and them fuckers.
Yeah.
What, Derringer now, son?
I kicked him off our tour.
Did
He
you what?
he opened for us, and he was doing Eruption.
Really?
He wasn't just doing the finger thing.
Oh, it was Eruption he was playing?
Yes.
I didn't know that was the one he was playing.
It was our first year. He ended the thing like this.
Oh, no.
But anyway. Now, come on. I mean, we were drunk. I sat up in the bar with him the night after I heard that. And I said, Rick, listen, I had tears in my eyes, guy. I said, no, fuck, I grew up on you. I learned your chops, but I grew from it.
Yeah.
And here you are doing me. And I said, can't you do something else?
Shit.
And he was just in a drunken stupor and just going, ugh. Next night he did it again. I just talked to Noel. I said, no, get this fucker out of here. I mean, it wasn't like he was stealing the show at all. It was like the kids were booing. They were going, what's this guy doing?
He should, man. And he was so good with Johnny Winter.
Oh, God.
Johnny
Winter live band.
He's another fucking guitar hero that bit the dust.
There's a lot of them, man.
Just like
There's a lot
Blackmore,
of them.
Beck is the only one that's surviving. Because he's innovative and he does his own thing. He's not out to be frontman star. He does what he fucking wants to do. And like if I ever go solo, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna try and front a band.
Yeah.
I'm not a front man.
Yeah.
I know what I can do on guitar. I know my limitations. But like, look at Ronnie Montrose. Look at Joe Perry. He just left.
Perry's dead, man. He's not going anywhere.
I know.
You can write him off.
Perry's a
Should,
guitar.
but at least he would have lasted if he stuck with Aerosmith.
It's weird to run across a guy that was real big a while back. It's like I ran across Leslie West and Steve Marriott
Me
living
too.
together.
I saw it on our first tour when we were touring with Montrose and Journey.
Yeah.
He stopped by, and fuck, I used to, copy his.
Yeah.
I used to love his tone.
He doesn't have it together enough to organize anything.
No, he doesn't.
What he wants to do is jump into some established band.
Mhm.
Which isn't going to
No
happen.
one's gonna
with him.
hire him.
No one's going to take the guy.
No one's going to hire him. He doesn't want to sing. I left this place one night, and him and Marriott were getting a band together, and they started duking it out, throwing each other around. If you can imagine that.
I can't
The
picture.
the cops came and busted them both, man.
Oh, me and
They
my brother
found-
do
they
that
found
all
like
the time.
5 pounds of sensimilla
Oh,
in
really?
his apartment, and they let them go, but they took all the dope. And that's the last time I ever went up there.
Me and my brother duke it out all the time.
Yeah, but I do that with my brothers. How many brothers are like? How far
Yeah.
apart are you in age? 2-3 years?
20 months.
Yeah, you can expect that.
Yeah,
My
but
brother's
we live
19
together,
months
and
older.
everything.
I would think Leslie West would kill Steve Marriott in one punch.
Yeah, but West is so slow and Marriott's so little and wiry. I'm sure we were trying to act it out, but Marriott's a Cockney street fighter.
Yeah, he looks like a real stocky little
Yeah,
rough mother.
yeah, he does. Especially when he shaved his head.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
really looking
But
bad.
Marriott shaved his head?
Yeah, a couple years
Yeah.
ago.
I don't
He had a
remember
crew
that.
cut, man.
Just
Just like Ronnie did. Ronnie got a crew too.
Montrose?
Yeah.
But
A
he
while
didn't
ago.
shave it. He got a
Oh,
nice
it looked
crew.
pretty shaved at
Did
first.
you hear Darren's new record?
No, it's good.
Yeah, the only thing that saves it is Todd Rundgren. It's all through it, man. You can hear Todd on every cut. It's a Todd album with Derringer singing and playing guitar.
That's what's fucked.
That's
That's the
what's-
beauty of Ted Templeman,
Yeah.
is that you'd never tell that he produced us,
Every album
Nicolette,
is different.
And
Nicolette, the
Nicolette and the Doobies, you know, that's his beauty, man. He brings out the artist as opposed to stamping his name on it.
Yeah.
By the way, Derringer was on the bill last night with Foreigner.
That's why I didn't go.
You know what? I had tickets to see that Friday up in Oakland. I didn't go. Foreigner puts me to sleep, man.
They're just a pure studio group, man.
They're a band that people know by a song.
Yeah.
They're not a people's band. And they're boring live.
Yeah.
Understatement.
You're not going to print any of this shit, are you?
No, you're not going to say anything bad about anyone.
Okay. Please.
I'll take care of that.
Okay.
And whenever a guy says something real derogatory, like when Travis said, fuck Dwayne Allman, he's so overrated, it's unbelievable. I called him up and I said, listen, man, I want to read to you what I'm going to print.
Yeah.
And I read it to him. And not only did he say, yeah, man, he went further into it, but I still had to take out fuck Dwayne Allman.
Yes.
And make him forget Dwayne Allman. Just because
the fact that he's dead alone was bad.
Outrageous, man.
That was hot.
Hey, Dwayne Allman was excellent.
And you know what he said? He goes, if you listen to that thing he did on Layla, he's so friggin' out of tune, but who knows what kind of drugs he was wrecked on.
Oh, man.
And I couldn't, like I said to Pat, you know, your version of Statesboro Blues sounds like the Allman Brothers version.
I think Pat Travis sucks.
Yeah, I don't think Travis is very good myself. I think
He's competent.
He's real limited. I think Pat Thrall, his sideman,
Yeah, he's a good guitar.
played his ass off.
Hey, Dwayne Allman, Live at the Fillmore East, that's an incredible album, I think, incredible.
Dwayne Allman was fucking hot.
Yeah.
I didn't like him just because I wasn't in that style.
Yeah.
But he was hot.
And as soon as Dwayne died and Dickie had to fill his shoes, the Allman Brothers went boom.
Dickie Betts, man, he made me sick.
He's getting into some sad stuff now.
Oh, I just heard a new...
Man, for Pat Travis to put anyone down, I'd slap him in the face. Seriously.
I don't even know how Pat Travis actually made it on the cover. I guess it's because he had the one hit right now.
The record?
Yeah, huh?
You want to know how it got on?
Yeah.
Kenny Burrell was scheduled for the cover. Pat Travers was going to be inside, and I had a Mick Taylor story in the bag. So we were going to put Mick Taylor on the cover, but then Burrell came along, and Burrell was hired by us to produce an album a long time ago.
Oh, you told me about that.
Yeah, he bailed out after a couple of cuts. And then he said he'd be on the cover if we gave him $25,000 to make up for what he lost.
How much
You told them to
How much
go
do I get
jerk
for this?
off.
How much, man?
How much do I get for this?
All you gotta do is buy me a new car.
You want to pick a picture?
Huh?
I got a light table here, let's go.
Okay, you got...
Yeah, I'll start off with, I just purchased two vintage Les Pauls, a 59 flame top and a 58 just regular maple top, which are pretty much immaculate condition. I bought not to play. I didn't even use them on the record.
Yeah.
I mean, I lock them up, you know, because they're worth bucks. And my main stage guitars are the ones I build myself for $200 or less with my own style pickup in it. And
I got it. You gave me the specifics on what you do to pick up.
okay, well, let's check it. Yeah.
Zeppelin's been dipped in wax.
Yes, no.
Yeah, is that...
Yeah, it's dipped in wax, and I added windings on this coil.
On both of them?
No,
together?
just this one.
On the front one?
Yeah. It's actually all humbucking is like two strap pickups wired in series or parallel or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And I added windings to this one to make it a little more powerful. And
The treble ended.
well, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I'm
It's
just saying it for my benefit
Oh.
when I write it.
And it just sounds, it's more tonal.
Uh-huh.
And the necks feel it's very flat
Yeah.
and wide. I mean, it's much wider than Paul.
What's this neck made out of?
Maple. It's not sprayed.
That's
It's
right.
got nothing on it.
Completely unfinished.
Completely unfinished. It's just.
You moved your machine heads up too, huh? See where the holes are?
Yeah.
Is that so that the strings would be straight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It helps with. I had them drill them like that, so there'd be a little more extra room here. If this was closer to here, there'd be more of an angle. you know.
And you glued this head back together with epoxy?
I was gonna ask
What
you-
happened, I was doing my guitar solo, and I broke a string, so I took the guitar and I threw it on the ground. You know, I slid it into my amp and it broke.
Oh, man.
I tried to pull a Richie Blackmore, you know. But I ain't got the money he does, I guess.
Yeah, but he uses those Japanese imitations anyway.
I mean, these things, man, you can't buy them anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Not the way I set them up.
Yeah.
This thing,
It's
just
just
standing.
amazing how you get it in tune.
yeah, it's just standing.
Now, is that that's the vibrato tailpiece off your old 58, that's, or
Yeah,
your old 58?
it's the old style, except for 1, 2, 3. These three, see these right here are original old ones.
Uh-huh.
So the resistance of band like that, so pick up.
Uh-huh.
Otherwise, it'd be way over here.
Yeah.
But it's kind of neat too, because then when you stretch the spring, it goes into it,
Yeah.
you know, as opposed to the Les Paul, you stretch it. See what Les Paul, you stretch it, it goes away from it,
Mm-hmm.
so you lose the sting.
Oh, I see.
See,
Yeah.
I mean, the power is right there.
Mhm.
You move it like that, and it gets off.
Is that yeah, you put those at an angle for that, right?
Yeah, just a little bit, so when you play a pie, you get a little more bite.
I want to get a close-up picture of the head from here to here,
Sure, no problem.
and from here to here, maybe.
Okay, well, we'll do that in a second.
Yeah. I'm just,
That'll be no problem. You just tell me when you
Shit,
get
I
it.
wish I had my other guitars.
oh, and are they in town? Because maybe Neil can get them later on.
Yeah, I could do them later on. I won't remember what you want. If Eddie remembers exactly, then I'll know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have one that's carved out of a destroyer body, which I had made with a vibrato tailpiece.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a guy hand carve it. It's got a snake head that comes out the back and a dragon biting the snake.
Whoa.
Real pretty guitar. And I have the yellow one, which is a beautiful paint job. It's
These are all
It's exactly like that one.
do-it-yourself strats?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
except for the Floyd Rose
Uh-huh.
thing. I mean, this one I put together completely myself. This is even the plate from the, I guess it was a 61 Strat that I had, not a 58. This is the plate from the original one that I bought.
Uh-huh.
These kind of neat two reflectors in the back. It's not black. Gets freaked out.
Is this your favorite one?
Yeah. It's my baby, man. It's the original one.
It's a great old guitar, man.
It's the very first one I made. I've refretted it since.
You know, the first time we met, a guy took a picture of you and me, and I'm holding this guitar with the chain on it. It's
Yeah.
got the black and white,
Mhm.
and we're both playing at the same
Oh,
time.
yeah.
And it turned out it's one of the best pictures
Oh, yeah?
that's ever been taken of me.
Stick it in there.
They won't let me do it. I should
Why
send
not?
you a copy of it. It looks really hip.
Why won't they put it in?
I hate having the writers in the pictures.
Yeah, they keep it real separate. We gotta keep ourselves out of it. I like that too. I prefer that kind of writing to the Rolling Stone. Yeah, and we got in the limo and Eddie snorted a line of coke, and it was pretty good stuff. And you know, I
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
writing,
yeah.
fuck that. Who
Yeah.
wants to hear it?
I mean, it's
Oh,
alright
did you
for
see
Circus
Did you
Magazine.
see the
or something.
anniversary Rolling Stone magazine?
Yeah, they had the
There's
wrong
a picture of
name.
me like that.
Yeah.
And it's fucking says Joe Perry on the right. I felt like going,
I saw that.
fucking asshole.
I don't. Rolling Stone usually doesn't make that kind of
Right.
mistake.
Well, they hate us. Everybody hates us.
No, they don't. We like it.
Yeah, okay.
Guitar player likes it.
Everybody in
Every fucking rock and roll magazine hates us.
But the audience likes you.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's why I like the new issue of Cream, Circus.
Mhm.
You know, they don't say jack shit about us, but we still got the centerfold.
You got the centerfold,
to
yeah.
sell their fucking magazine.
And then they put your name on the cover real prominently.
Yeah.
Well,
They got a picture of me and Dave small, and a big picture of Blondie and that fat guy Meatloaf.
Meatloaf, yeah.
Do you get to do many interviews that you really like?
This is the only one.
Yeah.
I hate doing interviews.
You got to do one with Rosen too for Player.
Yeah.
That'll be okay. What we got to do at our magazine, I think, is you got to listen to everything the guys have done, pick the most unusual stuff,
Yeah.
and grill them on how it's done. And
Is there
I
any
don't
way
think he does
you could read to me what you write before it's printed?
it. It'll be real tough.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Um,
Yeah.
But
That's cool.
I will guarantee that I won't put anything you'll be embarrassed by.
Okay.
Because I know where your head's at, and I know who.
Don't make me come off like a wimp either, though.
Oh, I won't.
You know. There's two things I don't want. I don't want it to end up like I think I'm a hot shot guitarist. And on the other side, I don't want to seem like I'm just a bum kid. Guitarists, working on them. Advice to player. Working on them, it's hard to explain. The way I started working on them was strictly trial and error.
Yeah.
I ruined a lot of nice guitars.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out how to set them up to my specifications.
Yeah. What I'm looking for more is, what do you take out on the road to work on when you travel? What's
I
your
bring
kit?
along at least 5 extra necks, 3 different bodies, 10 different pickups, different machine heads, a couple different tremolo pieces, just so if one breaks or if one stops intonating, or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, just spare parts mainly. If I get sick in one, see, like if I'm on tour and we're 6 months halfway through the tour, and the frets are starting to fuck up on one neck, I'll slap another neck on instead of refretting it.
Yeah.
Because I won't have time to refret it on tour.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you carry all this like in a case? And
Yeah.
Just part of your equipment? What kind of, do you carry any special tools?
No. Screwdrivers, chisels.
Grenades.
Very simple stuff. Drills, chainsaws. I actually took a chainsaw to a guitar.
I know, an Explorer, a Destroyer?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that guitar.
But, and advice for a person who'd like to build one, there's, there's 3-4 companies out. DiMarzio, Charvel, who are a bunch of assholes, which I'm suing, and Boogie Bodies, which is Lynn Ellsworth up in Seattle.
Yeah.
And Schecter. You know, they all make parts so you can slap together your own guitar, but it still wouldn't be as personalized as mine.
Yeah.
Because I refret them myself. I do the contour of the fingerboard, the contour of the back. It's not stock. Not on this guitar, but the ones that I build myself.
Do you ever indent the fingerboard? Make them a little scallop?
You mean that way?
Yeah.
No, Rip Blackmore does that, and I think that's a very lame thing to do.
Yeah.
It's because
McLaughlin does that too.
You can never get each one exactly the same indent.
Yeah.
So all it's going to do is listen. Okay, listen. The harder you push.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, the deeper the hole, the more off it's going to be.
Well, I don't think they go all the way into the hole. They just know the pressure to have to get the note they want, and they push it further when they want to bend the note higher. So you're playing without touching the fingerboard is what it is. At least like with John McLaughlin, I think.
So it actually seems like a vibrato you'd use.
You'd be just
pushing
pressing
down
in.
instead of.
Yeah.
Well, I don't see that. I don't like that.
Yeah, it's like a sitar, you know, where you just have the bands going around. Oh, tell me about your guitar collection. I don't think we got all of it. The odd pieces.
The very first guitar I built was the black and white stripe one on the first album. Now, at the same time, I built the one which I call my shark guitar, which is actually an original, one of the first Ibanez Destroyers made out of Carina wood. Now they're reissuing and making them out of ash, which is the like difference between day and night tone-wise.
Yeah.
And I made the mistake of taking a chainsaw to it and putting a bunch of weird stuff on it. It looks great. It still sounds good too, but it's just lacked sound.
Did it lose some sound?
It lost the tonality that I want.
Yeah.
Now kids can't tell.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, a kid can buy a DiMarzio, stick it in anything, and go, yeah, rock and roll.
Yeah.
But it's just a little distinct little tone that I look for, that I cut out of the guitar. So I had that one, and I had a Destroyer with a vibrato, just like this, with a bolt-on neck, which I bought the parts from Charvel. I told him, why don't you carve me out a destroyer body instead of a Strat.
Yeah.
And I'll bolt on a neck and put the tremolo in.
Mm-hmm.
And I got tired of playing that one, so a friend of mine from England who's into hand carving furniture carved out a snake head
All right.
and a dragon biting the snake out of the destroyer.
What's this guy's name?
I couldn't tell you right this second.
Okay.
His initials are on the back.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't even know the guy's name.
Yeah.
Steers or something like that? Jim Steers?
Maybe.
No, don't print that 'cause
I
I'm
won't.
not sure at all.
I won't.
And that's a real rare one. They freaked on that one in Japan. And then the yellow and black one for the
Now,
second
what's
album
that one
cover.
got a body and neck of?
That is an ash body. It has also a maple neck, unsprayed, nothing on it. Just
Charvel?
Yeah, I got it from them,
Yeah.
and that was actually the model when they started copying.
Yeah.
You know, because that's when we started making money.
Right.
And that I used halfway through the tour, I used that one plus the original one off the first album for the first half of our second tour, and then I ran into Floyd Rose, and he showed me his vibrato thing. Which, to tell you the truth, my brother had the exact same idea years ago, except we just never got another line ringing there. My brother had the exact same idea. He said there must be a way to clamp it here and there, you know, exactly what
Yeah.
Floyd Rose's idea is, except we just never
Yeah.
did it.
Hard to do without a tool. Sure.
Yeah. You know, I mean, it's a big hassle
Yeah.
to get it done, but my brother actually had the same exact idea of doing that. So anyway, I ran into Floyd Rose halfway through the tour, and I said, what the hell, you know, I'll give it a try. I'm up for trying anything.
Yeah.
And I got it back, and the reason he likes it is he sets it up in a way where you can pull it up,
Yeah.
but I don't like that.
You want to pull down?
Because the way I play, I always rest the palm of my hand on the bridge. So when I'd be playing, it would sound like a warped record.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
It'd go, you know, go back
Yeah.
and forth. So I modified it a little bit. I just set it up different so it would be flat and only go down.
Yeah. Do you play with your hand on the bridge a lot?
Yes, all the time, just like that.
So it's anchored most of the time?
But
It's almost always
I
anchored?
like that muffles it.
So you're damping with the heel with your
It's my palm.
yeah,
Or
the
yeah,
side of your
whatever.
hand.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
you know, it just
Yeah.
gets. I can't play right now.
Yeah.
I like that muffled effect. It gets a real tony, gets more tone.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you can use it like
It's another color.
on a,
Yeah.
and then in one of them he goes, you know, instead of just playing
Yeah.
it, he's
No, it's a nice tone.
the muffling side. I
Yeah.
love that. You know,
Yeah.
it's a different texture.
Yeah.
You know, in combination with straight picking.
Okay, we're going back to the guitars.
Okay, so I built the yellow and black one for the second tour, and I used that the whole year. And I have, see, what else do I have? I have another one that looks like it has a point going this way and a point going that way and that way. It looks kind of like a star, which is white.
Who's that body made by?
I had Charvel cut it out for me.
Was your idea?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wanted a cross between this and a V, kinda. Just for the hell of it, just to
Yeah.
try it. Let me see
Yeah.
what else I have. I got a 335. I got two.
Tell me about that.
It's a stock, red 335. And I also have an old one, which is a 61, a black yellow sunburst one, which I took the two PAFs out of. One of them is in that Strat. That was actually my main experimental guitar. That was the one where I refretted it, totally fucked it up. I painted it, totally fucked it up.
I mean, I did everything that you could imagine to that guitar to ruin it, you know. But I learned from that.
Yeah.
And it's too bad because that guitar would have been worth some bucks today.
You're not kidding.
But still, you know, I ruined an expensive guitar to learn what I know now about building guitars, which I guess is worth it.
Yeah. Do you own any other ones?
Yeah, I have two Les Paul Juniors, 58, single cutaway, and I don't know if you call it a TV model or what, a double cutaway. Double cutaway Junior.
Yeah. Yeah.
The kind of reddish.
How old is it?
It's 58, 57. It's a double cutaway.
Yeah, I know what
a
you're
TV
talking
model.
about. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like that, only it's not. It's just a Junior.
Yeah.
I think TV model is just called that because Les Paul played it on TV or something. But it's the exact same thing.
Yeah.
What else do I have? I got a whole shitload of Japanese Strats.
Imitations.
Yeah, that they gave me when I was over there.
Yeah.
I just got rid of a 58 Strat, which I traded in on the two Pauls.
So the Pauls were cash and a trade?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say, oh, shit.
That's an investment, Eddie.
Hey, I bought that 58 Strat for $700, and he gave me $1,400 for it.
Oh, really?
Traded for, you know.
No kidding.
It's
That's
a
a
real
good
nice
deal.
guitar, except a Stratocaster. See, the real reason why I started making my own guitars is because a Les Paul to me was just the cliched guitar, the rock and roll guitar.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the sound, but it didn't fit my bod. I'd have to wear it too high to be able to stretch as I do,
Yeah.
and it looks funky.
Yeah.
You know, and then you start looking like Al Di Meola instead of Jimmy Page.
Uh-huh.
So what I wanted was that type of sound, but with a tremolo. And Bigsby's suck.
Yeah.
They're gonna be the worst. So I bought a 58 Strat years ago, and we played a high school dance, and Dave and Al just turned at me and started throwing sticks at me. And I swear to God, Al threw a stick at me and said, "Don't use that fucking guitar. You know, it sounds too thin. You know, single coil pickups.
Yeah.
Real buzzy, thin sound, unless I use a fuzz box.
Yeah.
And that's even worse." So I sold that, and then, you know, 2 years later, I said, "Fuck, I want to get the sound that I want, and I can't get it on anything on the market." So I decided, shit, I'll you know, I bought a router and dumped the PAF into a 61 Strat. I guess it was 61, not a 58.
Yeah.
The 58 was the original one I bought. Then I bought a 61. Recently I bought a 58. But the 61 was the one that I put a double pole humbucking into.
Yeah.
And it got close. Got very close. You know, all of a sudden the band said, "That's okay." You know, it doesn't sound like a Strat anymore, Eddie. It's okay.
This concludes tape 3 of our 1980 interview. Portions of this were originally published in the April 1980 issue of Guitar Player. This was Eddie's first nationally published cover story. Before signing off, I want to thank my engineer and producer, Nick Hunt, for improving the sound of this 43-year-old tape. And I also want to express my gratitude to Niels Lozauer for his kind permission to include the sections where he's speaking. This podcast is copyright 2023 by Joe Zobrecht. All rights reserved. Stay tuned for tape 4.